going on, Jerome's? So early Pro Bowl voting results have been tabulated, and yes, no Vikings will be playing in the Pro Bowl games because they'll be playing in the Super Bowl. We have to do that joke every time before we get in the comments, yes. But also the Pro Bowl is, example, 9,572 why people shouldn't be allowed to vote on anything. So for the Pro Bowl, it's a third of the fan vote, third of player vote, and then a third coaches. So it's whatever. I mean, there's a lot of name recognition. There's a lot of popularity contests. There's a lot of players that just get by because of what they used to be. And, no one's grinding tape. But, but so far, the Vikings have been pretty popular in the voting. So the top 5 players so far, Lamar, Derek, Saquon, Josh Allen, Gibbs. Do we have to call him Josh Allen? Like, can't we just call him Josh or Jay? Yeah, we got nothing good. Yeah, but the Pro Bowl votes for most Pro Bowl votes by team, Vikings are clock in number 4, behind, of course, the Lions, Ravens, as well as the Chiefs. Beating the Steelers, though. It's kind of awesome. Also, I don't see the greasy grime of Green Bay Packers anywhere. Where's all the Christian Watson votes? Don't know, man. But for the Vikings, they do have 4 players that are in the top 2 of positions. So this was just released. Ari Mariev put this together. Quarterbacks top 2, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels. I don't know, is Jaden Daniels top 2 quarterback right now? I don't know. Henry and Saquon, yes. Carson Steele, as well as Kyle Juszczyk. This must have been tabulated before the fumble. Yeah. But Carson Steele, he's not really a fullback. Just because he's a large running back doesn't mean that he's a fullback, man. Chase and Jefferson, respect. Bowers and Jumpin' George Kittle. I mean, Brock Bowers had a phenomenal season, man. Joe Alt, Penei Sewell. I don't know, would you say that Joe Alt is one of the best tackles in the game right now? He's pretty good, and he's going to be really good, but I don't know. Plus, there's no distinction between left and right tackle. Where's Brian O'Neill, huh? Jumping Joe Thuney, Kevin Zeitler at guard, no problem there. They got Humphrey and Ragnow. I don't know why there's 2 centers. Yeah, 2 defensive ends, Hendrickson, Bosa, 2 defensive tackles, Quinnen and Dexter Lawrence. Fortunately, he's going to be missing the rest of the season with that elbow, but sucks, but yeah, respect there. TJ, as well as Andrew Van Ginkel, making it at outside linebacker. Love that, man. Roquan Smith, Fred Werner, as well as, I feel like Cashman outside, how about that? Should have been there except for the injury. Happens, man. Marlon Humphrey, Byron Murphy. All right, now, pretty sure this is Byron Murphy of Seattle because he's a defensive tackle, but I guess you never know. Again, people shouldn't be allowed to vote on anything. DeMar, as well as Xavier McKinney. Again, bit of a fan vote there. Kyle Hamilton, perhaps you heard of him. Plays for that purple team. Could have been the other purple. As well as Budda Baker, who we saw on Sunday. And then specialist, who gives a hoot. Although Kevontae Turpin is a lot of fun, man. They talk about video game joystick players. He's definitely one of them. And then also James Winchester, which I don't know, sounds like someone who just like an heir to the Winchester fortune, just like adding rooms to the Winchester mansion. Yeah. And then Andrew DePaula Bagels, even though he's been on IR the last four weeks, I mean he's in there. Andrew DePaula, All-Pro punt returner, All-Pro long snapper return. So for the Vikings, 4 in the early press vote. So Jefferson, 68 catches, 1,038 yards, 5 touchdowns on 100 targets. His 1,038 is second in the league, which is pretty damn amazing considering the double and triple teams that he's been facing. It's pretty damn special, man. And then AVG, 9 sacks, 2 pick sixes, as well as 15 tackles for loss, having himself a career year. Frankly, should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Then you got Byron Murphy Jr., 5 picks, 11 passes broken up. Also, 5 tackles for loss for Murph, just sniffing out those screens out wide. Love to see that. And then 2 players that did get. There's some other also rants here from Vikes fan page. Players there in the top 10. So Jefferson, DePaula. DePaula's first. Oh, love it, man. AVG as well as Murph getting all up in there. They got CJ Ham, who's third in fullbacks. I love it. CJ should either be fullback or special teamer. We'll take that. Also, Trent Sherfield should be in the special teams mix as well. Greenard currently 4th at outside linebacker, but Greenard 10 sacks, tied for 3rd in the league as well as 14 tackles for loss, having himself a phenomenal season. BZ and Metellus all up in there for safety. Bradbury 8th at center now. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Sherfield, like we mentioned, love to see that. Aaron Jones, 9th. I feel like if he didn't have the fumbles, he could sneak in there. And then Slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, is way too low at 10th. Find me 3 other quarterbacks in the NFC that are better than Sam Darnold right now. Can't do it. Can't do it. But like we said, Greenard, he'll get all up in there, right? Greenard is just way too valuable. I think eventually, like the peers know, coaches know, I think Greenard will get in there. Fans probably don't know because they're like, oh, yeah, he's in Minnesota. He's not Danielle Hunter. Psh. And then Brian O'Neill has been the best right tackle in the game. Like, respect to Penei Sewell, respect to Lane Johnson, respect to Braden Smith. Brian O'Neill has been the best right tackle in the game, and it hasn't been close. 1 sack allowed this year, only 2 pressures allowed in the last 5 games. 75 has been feeling alive, man. He's been doing really, really damn good out there. But that's it. That's it. Your thoughts, our thoughts. Early Pro Bowl voting. A couple Vikings getting some love, but of course, yes, they won't play in the Pro Bowl games, but they'll be playing in the Super Bowl. But let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.